Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, June 13th, and we've got CPI coming up in just a few seconds. We got inflation rate, core inflation rate, and inflation rate again, year over year versus month over month. Month over month inflation rate is lower than consensus, 0.1% versus 0.2% consensus. Just waiting in for year over year, which is 4%, which is again 0.1% lower than consensus. 4.1% was consensus. Yep.
Is it bullish?
And then core inflation rate in line with consensus at 5.3%. Market's taken it well, up in pre-market, 40 basis points. 40 basis points and dropping, that is. So we'll see by market open if we are in the green or in the red. Any thoughts? Put them in the comments. What are you guys thinking? Are we going to be red by market open by 9:30? Desmond, our chief economist, says buy the rumor, sell the news.
So I bought Adobe calls yesterday after we were discussing it, and a lot of people said they were getting puts for various reasons. So I went ahead and stuck to my strategy, and it went up 50%. And then my strike was 480, which it hit in after hours yesterday. So I'm really hoping that this stuff. Oh, dude, whoever said no one called Adobe puts, go look at the stocks and options chat because they were all saying that. But anyway, I'm happy that this.
No, you should be happy. Good call. And yeah, Adobe, Oracle is up as well, about 5.5%.
Yeah, we streamed the earnings call for that yesterday. So if any of you guys want to do that in the future, just let us know, and usually one of us is available to stream it.
Very nice. And as soon as Discord rolls out event permissions, we'll be able to enable Rylar and others perhaps to start and create events so that we can schedule these earlier in advance and get you guys notified for earnings calls that we stream. But all right, Adobe and Oracle were yesterday's/today's plays. Anyone else playing those or got other trades to make? And if not, always happy to switch over to Desmond to hear the macro picture.
I didn't see too many earnings on the calendar this week. It looks like a slow one.
Yeah, I think we're out of earnings season for the moment. People in chat talking about Snap, Carnival, Credit Suisse/UBS. Such combination, I can do you one better. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I personally use Trading Economics. I'll post that link in the comments so you guys can get your own CPI numbers. Never have to wait for me to share them. Yeah, let me make that a link. There we go. So yeah, anyone looking for economics or data, that's a tool I use. Yeah, Theta, exactly. FedWatch is another super useful tool. Oh, FOMC on Thursday. Exciting. Markets are pricing in no change. 80% chance of no change. Seems oh, it's tomorrow.
FOMC
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. The FOMC was Wednesday.
I'm surprised that they're pricing in no change so heavily. I would not be so bullish.
Do people really think we're doing a pause? I keep seeing that.
Gold, you say that a CPI beat means green dildo factory, but I'm looking at SPY pre-market and we're not doing so hot since these numbers came out. So unpopular opinion, but I'll bet that we're gonna open red.
Your opinion is unpopular? Don't say.
You should go by that name. No, he fell asleep.
Good morning.
Morning. I don't think we're gonna see 50 basis points tomorrow. That is a big increase.
100's more likely.
Joking about opinion, and then he's like, "Oh, he's asleep." Moment a girl talks, "Oh yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake."
Yeah,
No, I
you
know
noticed that.
him. I know him. It's different.
Is he in the room with you right now?
Yeah, he's right next to me.
Oh, that explains why he's so calm.
Can you
Mhm.
tell him he missed the spot?
What? He's not
God.
cleaning. I'm cleaning.
All right. Well, yeah, Skull, 25 basis points increase. Anyone else have a prediction for how much or at all that they're going to increase interest rates? And notice I only said increase, not decrease, because that's not the world we live in.
They're gonna skip. It's gonna be a skip.
Skip.
Yep. If Powell's on vacation, he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm with Scald on this one. You're gonna see one more 25.
Negative road is correct.
Boring. Take
0.25 and a
risk.
soft landing.
Well, we just confirmed that OIP is a bear.
Yes.
0.25 and a soft landing 2 years late. Good to go.
All right. I think I can't resist it any longer. Consensus is definitely pause. All right. Well, what other plays we got? Josh Hendo, if you're still in the audience, you were talking about Carnival earlier. Why? And don't worry, I'm not going to look at the amount, just the percent.
Yeah, so I was looking at Carnival as like an earnings play. They're set to announce on the 23rd. I was really, really bullish going into summer, but it ran up like crazy. It was up like 15% yesterday, so I sold my calls and might buy back in if it dips, but probably not.
So I need some advice on my play. So I have 4 contracts of Adobe that are at the 480 strike, like I said, and it's currently pre-market is 486, and their earnings are Thursday. So I'm thinking about selling half the position today to take profit and then letting the rest sail into earnings, but seeing what you guys think about that.
If you sell half, will it be on a double?
I believe so. I didn't really do the math, but it's going to be... nice
You can
profit
double up,
when
sell
market
half.
opens. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
don't leave
the
money on
hardy
the
way.
table.
Yeah, right now I'm up like 4K on it. So when market opens, I'll see how much more I got. Unless someone said sell 3 of the 4, let the 4th ride. I'm just so used to losing, so that's why I'm like, what do I do in this position?
Oh shit, I'm winning. What do I do? You take profits and preserve capital. That's what you do.
Yeah, I think I should enjoy the green.
If you're so used to losing, just hold all 4 until earnings. You know, what's the worst that can happen?
Exactly.
You lose it.
Alright, that's all I wanted to say.
No, I think the worst that could happen is he holds on to them to expiry and they were up and he could have made money. Instead, he's stuck with a bunch of shares.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Nobody ever went bankrupt realizing gains. Always remember that.
No, I did one time. I did because I did a market order instead of a limit order and ended up losing more, or not gaining as much as I could have.
And you went
didn't go
broke?
bankrupt.
Curious.
I didn't go broke, but I guess the joke is that like I fat fingered a trade I could have made money on, or more on.
Just go.
What was my phone doing?
Is he not here? Oh, he's not here. Never mind.
Cornfield's got him.
Well, don't keep secrets. What were you gonna say?
Or ask.
Oh, he's shy now.
Crickets.
Oh, very nice. CB bought Amazon for 145 calls yesterday, and they're up 15%. I wish when I accidentally bought options that they would go up instead of straight to zero.
No doubt.
What other economic or business news do we have?
Canada's on fire and shut down mining and drilling operations in oil and timber.
Where? In Quebec?
I believe it was Quebec, and somebody said something about something in Ontario got shut down.
That's probably going to affect a couple junior miners, but
I think I'm more concerned about in a month or so when the lack of logs and wood hit the retail level for Lowe's and Home Depot and things like that.
Yeah, but I doubt the logging operations of one province is going to cause that much of a disturbance in the market because you have all kinds of other places. I have a friend that works at a sawmill in British Columbia, and I can ask him, but I'm guessing they're probably still doing business as usual.
yeah, that seems like a stretch, but it's an interesting idea. I think the better play would be to see which mining operations would be temporarily like shut down. But those are all like largely micro caps. I'm not exactly sure.
It was 250,000 barrels of crude cut per day.
I don't think that's particularly large in the grand scheme of things. Is it?
Only for people that are buying fuel in the upper Midwest of the United States. And I guess Canada too. I mean, most of the product gets consumed up there in Minnesota, Wisconsin, that area. Oh boy.
All right, Larry, you got me very concerned about saying that word. I don't know.
What do you call a? What do you?
Is it sedan?
What do you call a four-door vehicle? Everyone besides OIP.
A car.
Well,
sedan?
all right, everyone. Yeah. So you just said it, right? Sedan. Now OIP, you say it.
No.
Sedan. I can say it.
Sedan.
Okay, the next
Is
one.
this like the whole about a boot thing?
No,
Car.
we realized it a
Car.
couple weeks ago. We were talking about Tesla, and everyone was saying sedan, but he was saying sedan. Oh, the other one was. Let me find it. The word durable.
It's not his fault. They speak French in Quebec. English is his second language.
Sorry, I came across those when I was looking for the Scald meme.
These are great. But I think we should rotate back to plays. I see the gentleman hitting me with the exit pay emoji. So
I could.
I'm just why are you avoiding the question opinion?
gerbil sounds right to me.
Did you say gerbil? Anyway, we have 45 minutes till market opens. Let's get serious. See everyone lining up.
Okay, so maybe I'll start. So right now the CPI numbers got released. The consensus was 4.1%, but the CPI came around 4%. So so now market will start to think about what's the next CPI. So the next CPI is around Cleveland Fed has projected around it to be around 3.1%. So CPI, the next CPI headline inflation will come below 3.1%. So that means market from here to the next CPI print, it has to go higher. But from when it has to go higher? So this week there are some challenges, like the Federal Reserve meeting is going to happen. So maybe in the dot plots, Federal Reserve could indicate some hike. So some hike to the upside. Right now market is projecting just one more additional hike. But if Fed comes out with a higher dot plot, then maybe that could be a big risk event. But let's say if it's not a risk event, so the market after this week it has to go head higher. So maybe like to 786 Fib retracement, so around 4500. So what I want to say is that right now we shouldn't like short the market. I mean, you can buy a weekly option, right, to short the market, but not like a 1 month option, expi- uh, not a 1 month expiry put option. Uh, so the next CPI is around July. So in July CPI, what I'm thinking is it is going to be 3.1% due to the base effect, but the next inflation rate is going to go higher. So maybe at that point there could be some kind of sell-off for July, August, and September. And September is generally bearish. So if you are trying to buy put, I would suggest like think about it around July or maybe August.
Do we know the logic behind that September thing? I've noticed that the past few years too, and I've trimmed back some of my positions and then bought the dips during the months of September and October, and it's worked out a few times, but not always.
Gentleman said SPY 420 put August.
Did anyone have Oracle calls or not?
I was distracted by Adobe, so I wanted to get that play in, and then
Yeah.
everybody was talking about Oracle, and then when it's funny, as I knew that they were a cloud computing company, I didn't realize that they were with Cerner, and they do smart rooms for hospitals, and that's like a product I've like spec'd in my field in the past, so I should have known about it, and if I did, I would have gotten calls.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I sold my Adobe calls and I put the profit into Oracle calls and I sold them yesterday. I'm like, I could have fucking waited, but whatever. But yeah, no, it was impressive. Their earnings report. Yeah, for sure.
I got Oracle calls.
Nice. Do you see they're like up over freaking like 123 already?
Yep. And
Yeah.
I have Adobe puts.
Oh God.
I remember you said that yesterday, and I'm glad I didn't take your advice.
I know everyone was like puts on Adobe in the whatever stock and options chat. Like yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were like they almost convinced me, but I usually I ignore it.
Inverse on them.
Yeah, because usually like even if I know like I'm gonna go down with the ship, I'm like I'm not changing my mind.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like if I'm gonna do it, I'm fucking doing it.
I mean, that's a bet anyway, so it could go either way.
I kind of wonder though if Adobe is already like priced in with their like Firefly AI. If they're really going to pump up during earnings or not. They probably
That's
will
the
though.
thing. It hasn't been released yet, though. That's the issue. Like Firefly.
Well, it's in beta.
It was in beta, but it's not going to have a material impact on last quarter's results.
Right.
Like I don't see anything from unless they were sandbagging their earnings or lowballed their future guidance in the last report. There's really nothing that happened in the last quarter that would make any crazy change in their revenue structure or anything like that.
You could argue the same for Nvidia though. It was all about what the future holds for them and AI. So Adobe could do the same.
No, I mean Nvidia laid out a I saw Nvidia differently because like the Nvidia that we had talked about prior to their latest earnings report and the Nvidia that they displayed during that or that they talked about during that earnings report were two different companies. Until they talked about their end-to-end AI solution from chips to software to services to infrastructure, nobody on WallStreetBets or any of the other talks really talked about the extent of what NVIDIA was doing. So that kind of caught me off guard. So this time I took a look at Adobe's website to see what they're doing, and there's really nothing on their website that's that impressive in what they're doing. In fact, to me, it seems like they're a little bit late to the game. Like they should have announced Firefly and their AI initiative last year sometime, because other companies like DALL-E and some of the other AI image generating companies, they've launched already. So it almost seems to me like Adobe's kind of playing catch up. And on top of that, if you look at their their website itself, their chat bot that they have on the website reminds me of like something from the 90s. And Adobe Adobe strikes me as the kind of company that they were so comfortable being the leader in their industry that they kind of got left behind by some smaller, more nimble competitors. Whereas NVIDIA, they came out and they just knocked one out of the ballpark. I mean, they have a better opportunity in AI than OpenAI does. I mean, with their end-to-end solution with chips and hardware and everything, NVIDIA just blew my mind when they announced what they're doing. But I don't get that same impression from Adobe from looking at their website.
Well, based on what you just said, I think I'm gonna probably just take most of my profit today, because whenever there's a run up like this in the earnings too, I get worried because if it seems like there's no more pump left
until it just keeps going. But yeah.
Well, yeah. That's
I
true.
know. But I would, I mean, if I were you, I already sold mine Friday. I should have fucking waited, but it's all good. Yeah, I mean, you do what you want to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, the market can be irrational. Like I said, it's like I don't see anything from Adobe that indicates any kind of major change in their performance from last quarter. Now, future quarters might be different, and their guidance might be something else. But as far as what I'm seeing, I don't know. I don't see anything major.
It all depends on if they say AI 50 times or 51 times.
Right. So I did mention a potential play yesterday that got blown out of the water. I forget who the person was, but I was looking at doing buying Boyle shares for around $2.55 and then selling covered calls into January for a 25% return. But somebody messaged me and pointed out that Boyle is doing a reverse 20-to-1 reverse split. I think on June 23rd, they said. I'd have to check my messages. It was Nabbit, Nabbit, the user Nabbit informed me about that. So Boyle is doing a 20-to-1 reverse split. So I'm gonna back out of that play, and I'm not gonna sell those covered calls, and just get rid of the shares for now. Thank you, Nabbit, for pointing that out. Saved me some money, I think. Seems to me like somebody may have gotten a hold of the CPI numbers early because right at market close yesterday, there's a massive green purchase of SPY. The volume, there was like a 1.1 million shares were bought in SPY right at close. So I think somebody got a hold of the CPI numbers early.
Did some.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, cutting out a little bit though. Cutting out a lot now.
Perfect.
Yo.
"20 minutes." So it looks like SPY is up slightly. Flattish though.
Rating view shows it opening at 436.
Isn't that only like a? Oh wait, yeah, that's a pretty good gain. Never mind.
Almost 1%.
My mental math was off.
It's all right. It's early morning. Get some coffee.
Holy shit! Adobe's up 491 now. I bought these calls when it was trading at 460.
Damn, dude, it's gonna hit 500 today. It's insane.
Good fucking morning, Wall Street Bets. Woo!
Yeah, that's what we needed.
Morning.
We need to wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
Big 69. You got any good plays?
I don't have a Kroger locally, but I'm on vacation right now, and I just went to one yesterday. I'm ready to just go full puts expiring on Friday, dude. I don't see how this company is still in business. I just looked at their financials, their profit margins. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everyone in the chat saying fuck Kroger right now.
Or sell call spreads, call credit spreads. I think that's safe. Just play the IV.
Has anyone heard anything about the Kroger Albertsons merger? I haven't heard anything since it was initially blocked.
That's all I heard too.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't been boycotted, because I know I can't remember the senator in particular, but it was a Republican senator, and they were speaking at a hearing, and the senator's like, you know what? Every time this happens, you look to us for help. Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you decided to fire employees for refusing to wear aprons that had pride stuff on it.
No press is bad press.
"15 minutes."
Hey guys, you know how I love the new holdings in you. It crossed above the average analyst target, so you can make a decision on that. But still making money on new. That's nothing new.
That's funny.
What's so funny? What's funny? You think I'm funny? What am I humorous? What am I here to make you laugh?
That's good.
So
What was
CPI
that?
is good. CPI is fine. We have still core PPI and jobless claims, retail sales, imports, utilization, and consumer sentiment still. So I mean, I wouldn't say this is victory yet, but this is definitely a very volatile week. I would honestly open iron condors today and let everything else ride.
Can you hear me any better now?
Yep, and we can hear the birds in the background.
So with Tupperware, the general idea is that it might actually be a bankruptcy play. And as Rad the Reptile kept saying that apparently fucking bankruptcy is some of the most bullish things on the planet these days, which, kind of I agree with because, hurts. But after that, the general idea would be why is that like the most bullish thing on the planet? And I think currently my theory is that it's probably something to do with the pension funds lending out all of their shares and shit. So I'm thinking any kind of negative news, they're going to be recalling a whole bunch of their shares. So it might actually be some of the most bullish stuff on the planet. So a couple days ago with Tupperware getting that deficient issuer user stuff, some pension funds might try to recall a bunch of their shares. So I'm thinking I might just wait for another nice little dip and then try to pick some up.
Love to hear it.
But at least Tupperware is going to be trying to like prove the theory and the thesis to see what's going on. But at the very least, last couple of weeks, I've been looking for some ex-top flyers that pension funds would probably be picking up and seeing if they're on their way out or not.
Hey, what's a quick wrap up? What happened with Hertz? A long time ago?
Last year, like a year before that, Hertz filed for bankruptcy and their stock price basically tripled.
Oh, I thought they were bought by a Chinese company, Maiting.
After they filed for the bankruptcy, I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Both can happen.
Chinese company called Maiting. The name of the stock is now Maiting Hertz.
Are you sure it's called My Ting Hurts?
Yes, Maiting Hertz.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, guys. I'm sorry, I never do that. Didn't mean to bait you like that.
Wow.
That was perfect. Well executed. Good job.
Thank you very much.
It's also bullish because the company basically has an assumed financial obligation. In other words, it's not up in the air anymore how much in liabilities or in damages they owe to the plaintiff or the complaining party.
On the truthful side, didn't they buy a lot of Teslas to rent? Like a bunch of Teslas?
Yeah, like 100,000. I'm pretty sure they ordered. I don't know if they got all of them.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I don't know if you guys talked about Tesla. You know, when I was Tesla back in this, when it was $16 a share days. But I think every electric's gonna keep on going with their charger, and go over to adapt to their chargers.
They will likely be the Apple of the EV space and then get into shipping and planes, is my theory. But also their energy storage business is massive. I think for the first time this May in Europe, solar and wind energy generated more power than fossil fuels. For like the first time ever in history.
Wow.
Send the link. It's a very interesting article. All sources cited. But basically, the EV storage industry and that growth right now, I think, is causing a lot of the bottlenecks for the EV market. And that's actually like the primary driver for demand.
I think you hit the nail right on the head. Musk mentioned during his shareholder meeting that the issue is the processing of highly refined lithium, and there's such a shortage that despite them not wanting to do it, Tesla is building their own lithium refining facility, I think in Texas, and that's supposed to come online soon too.
Yeah, I saw that as well. The issue is there's a lot of investment downstream and a lot of chip making, refining, battery pack manufacturing, but there isn't a significant amount of investment upstream or where the lithium itself is sourced, because that shit takes so long. Lithium projects are what's taking so long right now to develop. They take 1 to 2 years just for regulatory approval, and so that's the biggest constraint right now for a lot of OEMs. They're securing contracts now, like from 2025 to 2027. All the lithium that's currently being mined is already bought.
3 minutes left. Get your plays in before opening bell.
What other earnings is this week? What else are people playing?
Adobe's Thursday. We keep mentioning. I haven't been paying much attention to anything else.
What is Adobe Tech?
They do Photoshop and they're going
PDFs
to
and
be.
shit.
No, they have they have a full suite of design tools.
It's
They're
probably like an
professional.
AI hype.
Yeah, well,
play.
yeah,
So say
they're
like 528 times, and then
they're going to be incorporating AI into their products, but a lot of people are saying like they're late to the game, so we'll have to see like how that'll affect their revenue going forward.
how's their balance sheets, income statements? Are they profitable, etc.?
I haven't dug too deep into it. I just for me this is more of a earnings gamble, but I think I would assume that they're doing pretty well, but someone else could chime in on that.
Not to divert the conversation, but anybody looking at GameStop right now?
Are they going?
Like calls on Adobe.
7% in pre-market.
Did you say right meow? Please tell me you said
Meow.
right meow. I swear to God, I
GameStop's
heard
been
anyone
running for like
stop right meow.
GameStop's been running for like the last week, to be honest.
Intel's been running since I literally called the bottom on February 28th. Did anyone hear the Oracle earnings call? Ryler, I know you did, but I just wanted to kind of summarize it for everybody. They basically said AI a whole crapload of times, fully well knowing how much it affects like the stock price and the outlook. And then they had like this totally ridiculous Q&A that was so planted, so shilled, that they somehow wound up being able to fit talking about NVIDIA in there and saying that their vertical structure and high-speed server database and large language model has better fundamentals than NVIDIA's does, and that they'll be able to like surpass NVIDIA and be twice the speed, half the cost. So it's bullish.
I mean, I'm bullish as well. I don't see.
Holy shit!
These guys own a slice of TikTok, so
okay, I'm
I
selling
mean,
this.
they have
open.
the data, bro. They have the data to do the AI. I don't doubt it.
This market is open.
Sell. Come on, baby.
Somebody else kind of hoping we get that pre-market go on coal one of these days.
You got my anti-GA moment just now.
All right, guys. Good luck. Be careful. Try not to lose too much. I'll see you later.
Hey Swift, I gotta get going. Can you take over? People need to go on stage. Well, I know there's like 4 other mods here, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Nope, only Swift now. I'm not doing anything. You said it.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Alright guys, Ryler's gone, so let's do our real plays now.
Am I the only one bearish on Adobe right now?
Yeah, puts on Adobe earnings.
I mean, yeah, they are up pretty high.
I still think Adobe's on the bottom of the pile when it comes to AI.
So, how you doing, Bears? Did a good bear day? Nate, you don't count when I say those things. You're too smart. Also, I see someone took profit on GME calls, so we have a hedgy shill in chat, everybody. Keep this in mind. Citadel has entered. Taking profits unacceptable.
Well, that is a big wow.
I'm very disappointed to hear that you sold GME stuff. Don't you understand? If you just held for another 2 years, it would be worth $1 million a share. The science is right there.
When you're playing the game, someday you have to stop.
I bring the best tips, Jefferson. They're huge. The tips. Got great tips. Love talking about tips. Giving tips, taking tips. I'm all about the tips.
Random question. When's the last time any of you been to a GME or a GameStop?
2 weeks ago? Maybe 3? I think about 2.
Yeah, for me, it's the same thing, and that store is just sad. Just nothing but Funko toys everywhere.
They're weird with their Funko toys. They try to treat it like it's some type of collectible thing. So like, oh, they have variable prices, so you won't know until you get to the register. I'm just like, dude, there's a store 2 stores down that just sells them all at like a flat $5 price. What are you doing?
Yeah, and then video games are like one corner of the store now. So I don't know what's going on with that store anymore.
But just like Slut Spoiler, I went there to pick up Tears of the Kingdom. Also, funny enough, sometimes I go there to buy their little like tote bags that they have because my wife really likes them. I don't know why. They have like little corgis eating noodles or stuff like that when they have them. So I'll pick those up for her. But I'm sure that's not the key demographic for GameStop. Leaping Leopard, you'll be happy to know. I have to update my information yesterday. It is no longer a $1 million offer on the ring. Somebody has upped the offer to 2 million euros. I'm not doing the conversion on that. It's just at 2 million euros. So someone else can math that out to dollars.
We're back to 400 in Video Bros. When you were describing the Lord of the Rings thing yesterday, I was really picturing like the ring in the box, not the card. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, it's a card. But it's a special serialized card in Mordor text, so it's even more important.
Wait, so how much is each pack?
$40 right now. 40 whatever you're. Sorry, $40 /pound/euros. Probably a little more in Canadian dollars for our Canadian friends. They retail for $35, but stores are upcharging because they know they can get away with it, which is a sign that yeah, it's got high demand. Also, I'm contractually obligated to mention that uranium is on a rocket mission. So for anyone who owns uranium, namely like the two of us, we did it, Joe. We did it.
What was the main symbol on uranium that you had?
Mostly CCJ and UUUU.
Oh, darn, I had CCJ in my watch list when you first mentioned it, and I was supposed to look at it, and I never did. Nice job.